Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 6th grade band portion of our concert tonight. It's a busy night. We have 5 parts, and the kids you see before us are kicking things off. What we love about this part of the concert is this is their very first time performing in public. And just a few months ago, many of them had never touched the instrument that they're about to play for you. So they are complete beginners, and we're so proud of the work that they have done. We have our first song will feature our flute players. So flutes, go ahead and stand up. And this is called Little Robin Redbreast. Great job, flutes. And what you might not realize, that even though it's the smallest instrument up here on stage right now, it takes the most air. So they've done a great job learning how to do that. All right, our second piece will be featuring our saxophone section. While they get ready to play, we wanted to point out that they are one of 2 instruments that use a reed. So those of you who are reed parents, thank you for your strength. They're doing a great job. It's very difficult to get it in just the right spot at first. So they'll be playing Merrily We Roll Along. Great job, saxophones. The third piece that we'll be playing is the first one where not everyone has the same part. It's not written where everyone has the same melody. It has 2 totally different pieces of music. And it is called Love Somebody. So our woodwind class has 1 part, our brass has another set of notes, and then on the repeat, they switch. So please enjoy. familiar one, London Bridge. And while they get ready for that, this is written in a similar fashion as a duet. So we can have two players do it, or we can divide the band in half. So that's what we're doing. The woodwinds will be playing the top part, and the brass will be playing the bottom part, and then they'll switch. Great job. All right, we're nearing halfway, and it is time to feature our clarinet section. Clarinets, go ahead. The clarinet is the other instrument on stage that uses a reed to produce the sound. So they've done a great job controlling that. This is called the frog song, and they learned how to slur with this one rather than tongue each note. Great job, clarinets. All right. It is time. I'm very excited to bring back my co-teacher, Mr. Mike Noble, to conduct the next few pieces. And before I step away, we just love working with your kids. We're having such a great time with them this year. So thanks for your support of this program. All right, Mr. Noble.
With our next two, we would like to feature the famous Polish carol, totally appropriate for Wyandotte, Good King Wenceslas, featuring the amazing trumpets. Many years ago, in a land far, far away, I had a student from Washington School named RJ. And RJ had a dog named Blue. One day, RJ forgot his shoes. He got to school and he had no shoes. And he called home and he said, "Mom, bring me my shoes." And his mom said, "I can't. I got to go to work." He said, "Give them to Blue. Blue will bring them to the school." And she put RJ's shoes in Blue's mouth, and that dog ran those shoes over to school. It inspired me to write the next song, RJ Blues. Let Miss Day tell you about some fantastic solo.
Thanks, Mr. Noble. So an original composition by Mr. Noble. And our woodwind class learned a little bit about improvisation, where they take specific notes and kind of make them their own little piece of music. So they're going to improvise some solos here for the blues. In the spring, the brass class will get a turn to do that with this song. All the other songs will be different, but this one's kind of special. So Mr. Noble, before he takes it away, also thanks to Mr. Mark D'Angelo, our high school director, for playing set on this one and being here at our concert and working with our kids. Mr. Noble up for even more music.
While the kids are getting seated, I would like to thank all of the parents, well, for everything, for making all this happen. But specifically, on November 18th, we got together for one of the most wonderful parades I have been in my 33 years of teaching. The weather was beautiful, the kids were wonderful, nobody lost a horn, nobody lost a tooth. It was perfect. And I was so happy and appreciative to have lots and lots of parents there helping. So we'd like to finish our holiday concert with 3 tunes we played in the parade. Jingle Bells, Jolly Old St. Nick, and then featuring the trombones, Go Blue. I'm going to need a little bit of audience participation on Go Blue, but we'll get back to that. For now, Jingle Bells and Jolly Old St. Nick. Can you believe it already? I have to say that we will see you in April for our second concert of the year. I agree with Miss Day. We have the best job in the world. And thank you so much for sharing our kids with us. And now, although it pains me terribly, because I'm a Buckeye fan, we are going to go whole hog here on Go Blue. Only at the end, it's Go Bears. So you guys ready? Go Blue, Go Gold, Go Bears. Featuring our amazing trombone.
Is the 6th grade orchestra. My name is Mr. Schumann, and we have Miss Mary Day over there. We've been working with these kids for about 3 to 4 months. And it's kind of crazy to think how I'd say 99% of them came in not knowing how to play an instrument, and now here we are playing some pretty recognizable tunes. So the very first thing we're going to play for you tonight is called Open String Blues. This was the thing that we learned on the very first day of school to help us learn all 4 of our strings. So from there, we start to add fingers on our strings, and we mainly focus on F sharp, E, and D. So 3 notes, and we learned hot cross buttons. So we kind of mastered that for a little bit, and then we decided, you know what, we're approaching Halloween, we're going to make this kind of scary. So we make our F sharps into F naturals, we lower our second fingers, or we start using second finger on cello, and we have cold cross buttons. So you'll hear both of those back to back. familiar tunes that we know. We learned Mary Had a Little Lamb, which adds just one extra note we add in A. But we also had to kind of learn a scary version of that too, because why not? So instead of Mary Had a Little Lamb, Mary Ate Her Little Lamb. So we kind of mastered those notes on the D string, and we decide that we're going to add some more A string notes. And we do another familiar favorite, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or the alphabet song, depending on what you prefer. So you'll hear two versions of this. You're going to hear the original one that everyone knows, and then we do some weird variations in orchestra, just to kind of get bow patterns down, and we use really silly words like Dr. Suzuki, hot chili, cold chili, wish I had $1 million, and you're going to hear the pepperoni pizza version of Twinkle Twinkle. And now is where we kind of get into the good stuff. We get to page 12 in the book, and page 12 is like, wow, I know all the songs on this page. I've heard these songs since elementary school. So you're going to hear Jingle Bells, followed by Ode to Joy, followed by Hanukkah, Hanukkah. So at least you get two holiday songs in there, but Ode to Joy, it's classic, you can't really go wrong with it. So here's those three songs. All right, our next song is called Are You Sleeping? And for Are You Sleeping, we're going to play it 2 times. The first time, we're just going to play it as normal. And then the second time, we're going to change it into a round. I'll give you some more information on that in a second. We're also going to introduce Miss Mary Day. Same song and we add a repeat and we can do something called a round. So when we do a round of music, 2 groups get to play the exact same music at different times, different starting times. So we're going to have our first group be the violins. Go ahead and wave. And then group 2 is going to be the viola and cellos. So when we put it together, we have some pretty cool harmony going on. Here's Are You Sleeping in a Round? So we're moving further in the book now. Up to this point, we've mostly used letters to read music. So if there's an A on a page, we know that that's an open string. B on a page, we know it's a first finger. Now we start to actually read music notation, which gets a little more difficult, a little more challenging, a little more frustrating, but we're handling it pretty well. So one of the very first songs that we learned using music notation is Oats, Peas, and Beans. Our next song is going to be an American Fiddle song. It's called Boilin' Cabbage Down. And there are 3 parts to this song. We have an A part, which is just kind of the main melody, a B part, which takes that main melody and changes it up just a little bit, and then we have a tag at the end. Personally, if you ask me, the tag kind of sounds like a ripoff of Super Mario, but you can get better than that. But without further ado, Boilin' Cabbage Down. And then our final song that we have for you tonight is called Strings Rock. It's going to feature a little solo of each instrument section. So violins, can you go ahead and wave to your audience? Violas, go ahead and wave. And then cellos, go ahead and wave. So when we put all these sections together, they make chords, and then we have some full harmony on it. So this is our last song, Strings Rock. Thank you very much. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in April. It's like 6 months away, and you'll be mind blown at how much they can learn. So thank you very much. Have a good night.
Well, thank you so much for helping us change from 6th grade band and orchestra to 7th grade band. By helping them, I mean being patient, finding a seat, and generally helping us get these kids to this stage every day. We could not just do this without you. Most of you know me. I'm Mr. Noble. And thank you. And before you see the Wilson 7th grade band. And we are blessed, along with my co-teacher, Miss Day, to work with these kids. We have some surprises tonight. But our first tune is called Welcome Back March, to welcome us to the new year. As we prepare for our next tune, a lot of movement with percussion. Everybody's playing everything back there these days. We got our keyboards rolling, got a little drum set going. Lots of special instruments. You're going to hear some later tonight. I have an opportunity to say thank you to all of you amazing parents who were with us on the day of the parade. We had approximately 250-ish high school, middle school, and 6th grade musicians out on the street for the Wyandotte Holiday Parade. It was amazing. Again, we could not have done it without your help, so thank you so much. And thinking in that holiday vein, our next tune for you is Frosty the Snowman. All right. I'm in the mood for holidays now. I love Frosty. Love it. So, we are going into a special season coming up here, not only at home and with our community here in Wyandotte and holidays, but a special musical season. If your child in this band is involved in solo ensemble, Miss Day and I will be starting that program here shortly. And we're going to have another concert in February. And that's going to be really, really cool. Our solo ensemble program is one of the largest on the east side of Michigan that isn't Ann Arbor or Dexter or Saline. So we're really proud of that. And we'd like to continue with Jingle Bell Rock.
more round of applause for this amazing seventh grade. Just like last year at this time, it was the very first time that they had played for you on their instruments. They've come so far, so far. Our next piece is a pretty challenging one that we've had a ton of fun with. It's called Santa the Barbarian, so it's not your typical holiday tune. And I wanted to read just a little bit from the words of the composer. In this work, I have reimagined the jolly old elf as a warrior of the winter wastes. The familiar tunes of Up on the Housetop and Jingle Bells are transformed into a war cry for this incarnation of Santa as he navigates the snowy desert with his 8 mighty reindeer. So you're going to hear a couple of familiar themes, but they kind of turn sinister. And I think it's enough time for percussion. They've got some special things going on, and for this special performance, we have invited our new superintendent, Dr. Anderson, to join us for a narrated part. Please join us on stage.
When the winter winds blew in an age long ago, and the Yuletide season brought the darkness and snow, they told of a gift giver in Tom's antiquarian. From the icy waste he comes, Santa the Barbarian.
to the 7th and 8th grade orchestra portion of tonight's concert. If you don't already know, I'm Mr. Schumann, and then we also have Miss Day, who will be out in a little bit. But our first song that we have is called Mystic Caravan, and I'm going to turn it over to one of our students to introduce it.
Good evening and welcome to the 7th and 8th grade orchestra portion of tonight's concert. The first piece we will perform for you this evening is Mystic Caravan by Suki Newbold. The inspiration for this piece comes from ancient times where people lived in small tribes and traveled in caravans or groups. These people lived a simple life with few possessions and would settle for small periods of time in different locations, all while using natural landmarks and stars in the night sky to guide their way onward. Please enjoy Mystic Caravan.
All right, and now I'm going to invite Miss Day to the podium to conduct our next piece.
Great job. Before we play our next piece, I wanted to remind you that this class is kind of unique in that it has both 7th and 8th graders, and they start classes at different times and they overlap for part of the class, so it's pretty amazing what they're able to do when we put everyone together. So, great job, you guys. I also wanted to recognize very quickly, we have a number of 8th graders that participated in 2 band events this year. We had them participate in our Marching Downriver Fanfare, as well as our Christmas parade last month. So if you are an 8th grader and you participated on the drums or the color guard, go ahead and wave your bow. Great job, you guys. All right, our next piece is called Dragon Hunter, and we're going to have that introduced by Zoe.
The next piece we have for you tonight is Dragon Hunter by Richard Meyer. This medieval sounding piece features an aggressive main theme that is introduced by the violins and violas and later transformed into a canon where the cellos and basses are being musically chased by the violins and violas. A delicate pizzicato or flex section follows, providing a brief moment of relief before the main theme returns us to the suspense and tension of the hunt. Please enjoy Dragon Hunter.
invite back to the podium Mr. Schumann.
Our next piece is going to be Christmas Celebration. I have Layla coming up here.
The next piece we'll perform is the Christmas Celebration, arranged by Elliot Gilmore. This piece is a suite that features 3 common carols heard at Christmas time. The first, Angels We Have Heard on High, features a broad bowing style in all sections of the orchestra. The first note follows a legato bow style that creates a smooth sound as the melody travels around to each instrument group. Finally, Hark the Herald Angels Sing features a strong, powerful bow from all sections of the orchestra and immediately a joyful, triumphant chorus of sound. Please enjoy a Christmas celebration.
All right, we have one more piece for you. Before I have our last student come up, I just want to say thank you very much for attending. Without your support, this kind of makes this kind of impossible to do. So thank you for all the support that you do at home. Just keep kids practicing, keeping them encouraged to continue playing music. So have a happy holidays, and we'll see you for our February concert.
So we have some great tunes for you tonight, especially the next one. If you know it, you're more than welcome to sing along. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I am particularly proud of percussion on that piece. Every single one of those 7th grade percussionists tackled the keyboard part, did a great job, and thank you, Mr. D, for the drum set. Let's give our percussionists a little love, could we? It's always scary to play those keyboards. And now we have an event so spectacular that I've got to let Miss Day tell you about it. Would you please welcome Miss Day to the podium?
Thank you, Mr. Noble, and thanks to all these great kids. We enjoy working with them so much that I'm already sad thinking about next year when we hand them over to Mr. D'Angelo at the high school. We have Mr. D'Angelo here to say hello to everyone. Thanks for coming tonight, Mr. D.
Thank you, Miss Day. It's a pleasure for myself to be able to come and work with the 8th grade band 4 days a week. And I have to say, this is one of the strongest 8th grade bands I can remember. Don't they sound fantastic? Yeah. So you are in store for something great for the next piece. So I'm going to give the microphone right back to Miss Day.
All right. This is actually the third time this group has performed in public this year already. They did a wonderful job at the marching fanfare that we had back in October. We had only had them in school for a month, and they had a marching performance. And then last month, they performed at our Christmas parade in downtown Wyandotte. And as you could see how they came in, all that music was memorized. So kudos to them. They worked very hard for that. We've had so much fun with this final piece. It is called Santa the Barbarian and the Pirates of the North Pole. So we decided not to do just the normal old holiday tunes. And I don't know what you're saying now.
You want to say the part?
Oh, you're our backup, all right? Don't worry. So what they've done for this, these are some words from the composer. This is chapter 2 of the Santa Barbarian series. Our 7th grade band, if you were here for that just a couple of performances ago, did the first chapter. And this is the follow-up to that because the kids loved it so much, we composed a second part. It says, chapter 2 of the Santa saga finds our hero taking to the high seas to find new adventures and new lands to conquer. Along with his pirate crew of elves and reindeer, Santa navigates the icy Arctic waters looking for the next boat full of unfortunate souls. And this work is written in the style of various sea shanties, and it changes around some familiar holiday tunes. So we thought that you'd like to hear some of the tunes that they weave in and out of this wonderful piece. The first one is Carol of the Bells. Wonderful. The next one you'll hear is Jolly Old St. Nicholas, but it's not so jolly. Excellent. The third tune that you can listen for is a sea shanty called Blow the Man Down. Another one is kind of a sea shanty, but also used as a holiday carol called I Saw 3 Ships. Yeah, and then we have another that you'll recognize at the end, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. And in addition to all of those melodies woven together, we have some special percussion equipment. Chloe's going to demonstrate the chains that are incorporated. One of the best percussion accessories ever. And if that's not enough, we thought we'd invite our new superintendent, Dr. Anderson, to join us for the narration. Dr. Anderson? Without further ado, Santa the Barbarian.
Santa the Barbarian had conquered all the land, and his foes had all fallen one by one at his hand. His conquest now finished, his mind turned to the seas, where new battles awaited, he thought in his glee. His elves as his crew he set out from the shoal. Now comes Santa the Barbarian and the pirates of the North Pole.